Arshavir and his co-workers are well known in Tavush. For the past 3 years, they've been building greenhouses throughout the region. Everyone loves their greenhouses because they can be quite profitable. Arshavir and his teammates are now working in Khachardzan. They're building this greenhouse for the Arushanyan family. 2 more days and the beneficiary farmers will be able to plant seeds.
Initially, we'll be planting seedlings, basically cucumbers, tomatoes, and peppers. If they grow well, we'll go ahead and diversify.
Arshavir says the greenhouses themselves are like seeds that yield abundant crops. Build a greenhouse in somebody's orchard, and farmers across the village will want ones for themselves. The greenhouse now being built is Khachardzan's 9th. Whenever a greenhouse is built, neighbors get excited and want to have their own greenhouses. So there's a proliferating effect. The greenhouses are built by the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund. Each has an area of 100 square meters and features an irrigation system. Every greenhouse that we build comes complete with a drip-irrigation system. So all that's left to do for farmers is to start working in their greenhouses.
We are so very grateful to our Hayastan All-Armenian Fund for its help. Although Khachardzan is a small village, the fund is already building a 9th greenhouse here.
Mrs. Karine is Khachardzan's most successful farmer. No one harvests more cucumbers per year than she does.
For the past 7 or 8 years, we've produced over a ton of cucumbers annually and supplied them to resellers. In fact, our cucumber yields alone allow us to make a good living.
Mrs. Karine also grows raspberries in her orchard. She harvests the berries from June to November. The total yield can be as much as 500 kilos.
It starts bearing fruit in June, and although the yield stops or decreases considerably in mid-August, it can continue up till the first snowfall. I've picked raspberries even in the snowy season.
Built less than a year ago, the greenhouse has already yielded abundant produce. Mrs. Karine and her family have enjoyed the vegetables throughout the winter. She has sown 10 types of plants.
I grow a variety of plants, including onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, radishes, and carrots. Here are the cucumbers. They're already ripening.
The greenhouse can be operated year-round. As for the orchard, Mrs. Karine continues to cultivate it to optimal effect.
My cucumber plots are all over the orchard, there, in that section, and also here.
The builders are convinced that thanks to these greenhouses, villagers no longer have a reason to seek employment overseas and are remaining in their communities. You can make a very good living if you own a greenhouse, so you don't need to look for work in Russia or anywhere else. Everyone, including greenhouse owners, employees and resellers, are very happy with the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund and grateful to the sponsors of the project. The fund continues its vigorous development of Khachardzan. The greenhouses are only the latest in a string of projects that include the community's school, sports complex, water network and beehives.
We're deeply grateful to our benefactors for building our water network and sports complex, for every wonderful thing they've done for our village.